Injury recovery is so simple.
It doesn't matter what you hurt, how you hurt it, how bad it is. You just treat and recover every injury the same exact way. So here's 3 tips for how to heal any injury you have in 30 seconds or less. No. Injury recovery is not simple. There's a reason why it can take 10 years or more of school to get into medicine. I probably shouldn't even be making this video, but I wish I would have learned this earlier than I did. So I've talked about price, or how to immediately treat minor acute injuries, but now I want to zoom out and go over very general stages for injury recovery. Obvious disclaimer, I'm not a doctor. See one if you need to. These are stages I've picked on while recovering from acute injuries, overuse injuries, and just seeing doctors and physical therapists over the years. But it's never something I was specifically taught. So what are these stages? Stage 1, rest and protect. This is probably the stage that a lot of people actually do. It's kind of obvious and it comes natural. If someone sprains their ankle, usually they don't go run a marathon the next day. Manage inflammation or swelling, and basically just prevent further damage. Don't make it worse.
That's it.
Adding in the other 3 stages is where you got to be a little more intentional and patient. Stage 2 is recover motion. So this is where you might begin light rehabilitation exercises with the goal of minimizing any loss of range of motion. What is often the case is if you don't get an injured body part slowly moving again, it's going to heal in not the best way and be more likely to get re-injured in the future. So we want to intentionally work to keep our full range of motion. Stage 3 is going to be to recover strength. We want to do this to minimize any muscle loss and to strengthen the injured area. This will help to set us up to return to the activities that we want so that there's not some weird imbalance in your muscles. And then stage 4 would be to recover function. So this is going to depend on the activity you're trying to get back to, recover some of the movements or the skill-related components of fitness that your activity or sport uses the most. That's the 4 stages in the most minimal way I could talk about them. I wanted to share these because I was often the person who would get through stage 1, starts to feel a little better, and just call it good. But like I said, that's not the best strategy because that can often lead us to re-injuring ourselves. So make sure you start with resting and protecting, but then slowly work in mobility and motion, then strengthening, and then the function depending on what sport or activity you're trying to get back to. This can be a long, gradual process. Of course, this is going to vary so much depending on what the injury is, how intense it is, and just personal factors. So take all of this with a grain of salt, but keep those stages in mind when you know you have a recovery process to go through. And be patient and intentional.
Peace.